Refinancing. Once you're a mortgage borrower and on the road to home ownership, there are two financial opportunities that may come your way: refinancing an existing mortgage to get a lower interest rate, or acquiring a home equity line of credit. Let's talk about that first opportunity. Before I do, let me tell you that I'm a complete idiot because all I do is sit here and read the teleprompter without thinking about what I'm saying.
Surprise, Ken. How you like me now?
What?
We're here with Rick Miller. Rick's thinking about refinancing to get a lower interest rate. Can you tell us about that?
Well, I thought I'd see if I can get a lower interest rate so I can cut down on my costs.
Rick understands that the higher the APR on his mortgage, the more it will cost him. So the main benefit of refinancing an existing mortgage is to get a newer one with a lower interest rate. Let's run the numbers. What was your original mortgage amount?
I got a loan for $220,000 with an interest rate of 7%.
Rick has a $220,000 mortgage with a 7% interest rate. At this interest rate, he makes a monthly mortgage payment of $1,463 a month. Rick was offered to refinance his mortgage to get an interest rate reduction of 1/4%. This would give him an interest rate of 6.75%. The first thing to consider in assessing whether you should refinance is to know what you'll be saving. Let's consider Rick's option. Know your savings. If he takes this option and lowers his interest rate to 6.75%, his monthly payment would now be $1,426. That would save him $37 a month in payments. In the next 12 months, Rick would save $551 in interest payments. Over the life of the 30-year loan, Rick would save $13,227 in interest payments. A major refinance risk involves limited savings from the refinance once all the costs are considered.
Refinancing your mortgage is equal to rewriting your mortgage. You'll pay off the old existing mortgage with the capital of the new refinanced mortgage.
That means your costs will involve, as they did with your original mortgage, closing fees, escrow costs, title insurance, etc.
On top of that, the bank, credit union, or mortgage broker may charge a 1% fee for the refinance or take a percentage of the loan as their fee.
Know your costs. Looking at Rick's refinancing opportunity, if the new mortgage company is writing the loan and asking for a 1% fee, the first cost equals $220,000 times 1% equals $2,200.
Don't forget to include closing costs, escrow, and title fees. Add those expenses to the mortgage broker's 1% fee, and maybe you've reached a cost of 2.5% or $5,500.
The third thing you should know is how long it will take you to recoup your costs through your interest rate savings.
Let's see how long it will take Rick to recoup his cost of $5,500 for his refinance transaction.
On the average, the lower interest rate will save Rick $550 a year.
But to recoup his cost of $5,500, it will take him 10 years of savings to recoup the cost of his refinance transaction.
And don't forget 3 more criteria when deciding whether this option is viable or not. Number 1, what type of interest rate are you moving to, fixed or adjustable? Consider that your savings could be devoured if an adjustable interest rate goes up. For example, Rick's current interest rate of 7% is fixed. If he refinances, he'll have a lower interest rate of 6.75%, but it's adjustable. If it goes up 0.5% to 7.25%, it will cost him $74 more a month. If it goes up a full percent to 7.75%, it will cost him an extra $150 a month. The second thing to consider is how long do you intend to stay in the house? Generally, if you're planning to move soon, within 12 to 24 months, it might not be productive to refinance your loan and face new fees when you cancel the loan due to the sale of the property. Generally, savings should be recouped before you sell your house. For example, if Rick was planning on selling the house in 18 months, he would have spent $5,500, but he only would have saved $800 by the time he sold the house. That's a net loss of $4,700. The third thing to consider is costs and your annual federal income taxes. Seek professional advice when it comes to the factors of interest and mortgage fees as they relate to federal income tax planning. Rick's decision.
I got to do some more research before I refinance. And the last thing I want to do is go through this and not save that much.
Most financial planners caution homeowners to avoid refinances whose interest rate differences are less than 0.5%. But even if your refinancing option is 0.5% or more, always ask the smart borrowing questions we've reviewed in this section.
We cover another Come on, man. Ken, you're the only one who thinks this is funny. We cover another topic, debt consolidation mortgage refinancing, in the workbook. Let's talk about another temptation, home equity lines of credit.
I'm a homeowner. When I bought my home 2 years ago, I paid $187,000. Now its market value is $211,000. With the market increase and my mortgage payments, I've gained about $24,000 in equity in my house.
Marie's debts.
I've got some credit card debt and an auto loan that I'm trying to pay off.
In a home equity line of credit, financial institutions offer a revolving amount of credit based on the equity you have in your home.
A homeowner should be aware that a home equity line of credit can come with a variety of fees, such as a setup fee, an annual fee, and a transaction fee.
Like credit cards, interest will be added onto any balance you run on your home equity line of credit, costing you more money. Frequently, these lines of credit are used by homeowners to pay off credit cards or other debts.
The biggest risk involved in this type of transaction is you put your house at risk to pay for your debt. Before, the bank couldn't take your house if you didn't pay your credit card bills. Now they can.
Consider if something goes wrong. You lose a job or have a health issue. Since you already have a home equity line of credit, you wouldn't have the option of getting another one. And if you can't make payments on your current one, you'll lose your house.
Your credit card will have zero balance. Would you be able to resist the temptation that comes with available credit?
To me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to put my home at risk to pay off my credit card debts.
For more information on smart borrowing, please see our Smart Borrowing Workbook and the Sense website at www.senseprogram.com. Also, if you're experiencing a money issue or you've passed your breaking point, there is helpful information in the Smart Borrowing Workbook and senseprogram.com website. You've made it. You've learned about smart borrowing, about making fully informed decisions and factoring the